Please welcome Karen Kasich, daughters and Emma and Reese, and the next governor of the great state of Ohio, John Kasich.
Ahead in return for grace. It's a beautiful day.
I'm here to tell you I'm running for governor of the state of Ohio. What a turnout, huh? What a turnout tonight. And this takes me back to 1977, when a long-haired kid had a dream of going into public service. Same thing in 1982, and I have to tell you, it was always the people that showed up at the headquarters, always the people who were there late at night, licking the envelopes, making the phone calls, going door to door. And let me tell you, it was those people, and some of them are here tonight. They're in my mind's eye. They're in my heart. They're the ones that I always had to stand up for. Once we had a successful election, I had no right to sell out. I had no right to engage in rotten compromise. I had no right to kick problems down the road because I was standing for them. And I traveled all over Ohio for the last 2.5 years, over 70 counties of the 88. That's a lot of chicken dinners. I'll tell you what I found. People are frustrated. People are disillusioned. A lot have lost hope and faith in the system. A lot of people went from having something to being poor. And in the last couple years, 300,000 Ohioans had no job. I can't imagine, I guess in some ways, what it would be like to go inside your house and have to sit down with your spouse and your kids and say, I'm out of work. I don't know how we're going to make it. And in spite of all that, all these people that I met, I got one thing from them all. We're not ready to quit. We're not ready to give up. We're not ready to cave in. We're willing to march to make a difference. So I listened. Many conversations with my wife. A lot of prayers. And now I know I need to work with all of you to be elected governor of Ohio so we can build a new team and we can take back our state. And our governor, I like to say, he's a caretaker. He's a nice guy. If you have a house on the river and the flood's coming, he's going to show up Saturday morning with a box of donuts and a pot of coffee. You'll sing Kumbaya, hold hands, and watch your house float right down the river. But one of the things my parents told me and taught me was personal responsibility. And I've had it with Ted, blaming everybody and refusing to accept personal responsibility for doing nothing in this state. And you know what? When I came here in 1970, this was the future. This was the promised land. And now we have a governor go on his hands and his knees with a tin cup begging Washington to bail us out of our problems instead of us fixing them themselves. I've had enough of it, haven't you? Oh, listen, this is like deja vu all over again. John, how can you balance the budget, cut taxes, and pay down debt? That's impossible. Well, let me tell you, we skinny down the government, we make it efficient, we stabilize the situation, and then we march over time. We march over time to destroy that income tax that has sucked the vitality out of this state. Listen, I'm pleading with you because it's not going to be easy. They're going to fight us every step of the way. We have to be a team. It's not about a campaign or an election. It's about a movement. We're talking about a movement to not just change our state, but it's a movement, if we can be successful, I think we can change the country. And let me tell you, it's a movement to save Ohio. It's a movement to save our culture. And it's a movement to stand up for the free market system that has allowed all of us to be successful in our lifetime. That's what the movement is about. And we can do it. We're not going to waver. We're not going to waver. I'm not going to waver. My family's not going to. We're not going to waver. And we do not have the right to sit it out. We do not have the right to take a pass. You know, our fathers and our grandfathers, our mothers and our grandmothers gave a lot of sacrifice to build this country. We do not have the right to give up, throw our hands in the air, and sit it out, and we will not. And when we don't, that is why we will win this election. One final thought. It is about the vision thing, isn't it? It's about knowing and dreaming where we want to go. It's about knowing that there's a hill up there with a bright, shiny house at the top. It's about our shoulders to the wheel. It's about climbing that hill. And you know what it's about? It's about being a beacon of hope to the cynics. It's a beacon of hope to our children. It's a beacon of hope to the people that don't have jobs. It's a beacon of hope to people all across the country who are frustrated. I can't think of anything that's more exciting than giving hope. If we march together, shoulder to the wheel, we'll restore the hope, we'll change ourselves, we'll change others around us, we'll make our state great, we'll improve our families, and we'll help our country all at the same time. Are you ready to march? I am. God bless you. Thank you very much.
I thought the speech was amazing. I'm excited about the excitement he's generating in the campaign this early.
What's happened is our government's gotten bigger and squeezed out the private sector, and I think he did a great job of articulating that we've got to change our education system, we've got to create an environment that fosters business growth, and then we'll have that bright, shining future on the hill.
To me, John Kasich is to Ohio what Ronald Reagan was to the United States of America following the Carter years, because following Strickland is a very similar comparison, I think.
I thought it was great. I'm a teacher, and I really appreciate his stand on education. I was very upset with the bill that was put forth in the budget this last time, and really want to see him make some reforms, and obviously with the income tax and all, that's a big deal, so we're really behind him.
Wonderful. Great guy. Looking for him to be the next governor.